Hi, church. We are back again for another installment of our midweek encouragement video. And today I have one of our youth ministers with us, a newly graduated with an MDiv. She's a Master's of Divinity now, Lizzy Smith. So, Lizzy, say hi.
Hey, and I've totally mastered the divine now. That's what that means. Yeah.
She's informed all of her kids to just call her Master now, right?
Only a few of them are obeying, but we'll work on it.
So, okay, let's start with this question. We have two youth ministers, Lizzy Smith and this new guy named Chris Jackson.
Yeah, heard of him. Yeah.
Who's the better youth minister?
Oh, it's a tough one.
Is it really?
I think if you just go by pure choice in music, it's me. Jonas Brothers, Justin Bieber, I Love My Mom,
So that's the measuring stick, is music.
Yeah, the hype up music. Yeah.
Okay. So what's Chris's? Because I don't know Chris's music.
I really don't know either, but I know it's not as fun as mine. So, yeah.
Probably like country or something.
Yeah. But he likes Star Wars and like lame things like that. So,
Okay, so based on music, you're the better youth minister.
Right. Yeah.
If both of you were stranded on a deserted island, which one of you is going to survive?
Oh, 100% him. Without a doubt.
You're not even going to try to argue that was just straight him, huh?
Straight him. I think I would complain and then give up underneath a coconut tree and, just wait it out.
You have a particular tree you're going to get up under, the coconut tree.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because at least then I could get some coconut water, and that's about it. But
you think Chris would make it?
Yeah.
Or at least last longer than you.
Prepared and know how to start a fire, find food. Yeah, I think I'd probably just cry out of stress and.
Okay, that's good to know. I'll store that one away and remember that one.
Take him camping.
Do I?
Go on your camping trip with him and don't invite me. So.
Don't invite you on the camping trip. Okay. So all of you middle school and high school girls remember that?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So you just finished your MDiv?
Yeah.
That was a 2-year?
Yeah, this was 2 years and 1 summer.
So what was something, what was the best part of your MDiv experience? What did you take out of it?
There's so many good things. I kind of figured you were going to ask me this question. So I think my thing that I gained the most was the practice of spiritual direction. That was really, really beneficial for me. So once a month I sit down with a spiritual director and we kind of just sit and we both just listen to the Holy Spirit and kind of see where is God working in my life? How is God calling me to move or change? How am I seeing God? And so that has just been really helpful, just to have someone else there with me to kind of discern the voice of God over the past 2 years. And so that was super fruitful. Class-wise, I really loved our minor prophets. The prophets don't get talked about a lot, and I'd never studied them personally, but they kind of completely changed the way that I saw the church and the role that the church has to take care of our neighbors and love our community. So that was probably my favorite class. So.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get to it because Corona has changed everything. But I had actually had kind of in my preaching schedule for this year to do kind of an overview of different minor prophets. Because I think they're really cool. I think they're really relevant for society and how God's people should act in our culture. And we just don't talk about them enough. And my first real experience, like yours, my first real experience diving deep into them was when I was working on my master's at Lipscomb.
Yeah.
and going through some of those minor prophets. It was a really cool experience. And spiritual direction is really cool. It's something that I think a lot of maybe our people at OP Church may not really know a lot about, and I'm hoping that maybe we, start exposing more of our church to that. I know we have a number of people who are actually trained to be spiritual directors at our church. And I know we've got some more that are thinking about that. I know that's something that you and Chris have even thought through a little bit, and so that'll be really cool. What was your worst experience of the MDiv program? And don't say the reading, because I know you didn't read.
That's true. I'll own that. I honestly think the worst was in our Gospels class. We had this test where he pulled just parts of a verse, not even the full verse, just like 3 to 6 words of a verse. And we had to name the book and the chapter that it was in. And it was so hard. It wrecked me. I did not do good on that one. Yeah, that was hard.
Who was the professor for that one?
John York. Yeah.
I never had you work.
But yeah, that was hard. I realized that I need to read the Gospels more often after that test.
I might need to edit that out of this video.
Probably should. It's fine.
So how are you surviving stay-at-home orders? How are you surviving all this? And not really maybe just you particularly and just kind of your everyday life, but what does youth ministry look like right now for you and Chris? And we want the church to continue to be on mission and thrive in the midst of this. And so what does that look like for youth ministry right now?
Yeah, I think our youth ministry is doing its best work with our volunteers. The guys have been awesome. They've been lifesavers. They've gone above and beyond anything we could ask for them. They're meeting with their groups outside of their normal small group time, just for lunch or for dinner. They're dropping things off on their porch. And so I give a huge shout out and thanks to our small group leaders. They're kind of keeping us afloat and really investing in those students. Because it's hard with just me and Chris. We can't be in touch with every single student throughout the week. But with our 10-ish volunteers, they all check on them multiple times a week. And so I think that's where I've seen the most fruit in our ministry right now is through our volunteers. So love you guys. Cool. Yeah.
Okay, so let's close out. What's something, this is the question I ask everybody, what's as part of the leadership of this church, just thinking this week, what's something of comfort or encouragement you'd like to share?
This is actually one of my professors kind of shared this with us when we were kind of at the end of our semester and we were realizing that, man, we're missing graduation, we're missing out on all that stuff. And he kind of said that when we're faced with disappointments due to unmet expectations, one of the best things we can learn to do is surrender to the beauty that is emerging within the messiness. And so I just love the idea of like learning to surrender to the beauty that's within the messiness. And so I just find that so like profound of like the simple things that, man, just sit outside. You can listen to the birds chirp, and that's beauty within the messiness. All these extra times with friends and family through Zoom. I don't nearly talk on the phone as much as my parents as I do now. So I think that's the beauty that's emerging from the messiness. And just the intentional creativity that I'm seeing in our church family of leaving gifts on porches, or the way that we've been the resource drive, doing freezer meals, just all that beauty that we wouldn't have gotten to see without the messiness. And so I think that's
I like that. Surrender to the beauty that can be found in the messiness. I like that. It makes me think, a few years back, I heard someone say that, what was it? Something about you can't have a real message about a Messiah if you don't have a mess, because the message of the Messiah is supposed to enter into our mess. And so it kind of makes me just think of that God's trying to bring beauty out of the mess. So surrender to the beauty that can be found in the messiness. I like it. I think that's a good one to end on, Lizzy.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you.
Thank you.